Yo, it's Fat Man. All right. Talking about this is going to be a little harder and a little different, but it's about, basically, it's not just about one YouTuber. It ain't about two YouTubers. It's about three, and it's about MrBeast and motherfucking KSI and Logan Paul, and they've announced Lunchly, basically a Lunchable ripoff. I'm gonna be real with you. Before this entire video, I'm gonna let everyone know this. Lunchables is the shit. I'm sorry, Lunchables is a hood classic. It just is. I used to love their nachos. I used to love the pizza. Lunchables is a hood classic. Also, if you brought Lunchables pizza to school, and listen, my mom was like, oh, just ask them to warm up the pizza. And I was like, I was really embarrassing because they were like, they couldn't do that in school. I was like, yo, this is embarrassing, Mom. I really went to school with Lunchables pizza and I had to eat that shit the way it was. And I was really fucking pissed the fuck off. I'm going to be honest with you. Lunchables pizza is the best. And Lunchables nachos is good. The other Lunchables cracker shit, I hated that. I stopped caring about that shit a long time ago. But somehow, MrBeast and KSI, Logan Paul, and Hot Water. Let's check out the bad parts. And Philip DeFranco, we're going to start off before we go on to KSI's bitch ass. So let me know what you think. Let's get it.
Ask the question off to you. What are your thoughts here with this lawsuit? But notably, that is not where the bad news ends for MrBeast, though at least this one is not a legal issue. Instead, this is connected to how we talked about earlier this week. MrBeast, Logan Paul, and KSI teamed up
here we go.
To launch Lunchly, a pre-packaged meal similar to Lunchable, which notably is a meal that of course comes with a Feastables candy bar and a Prime hydration drink. All of which they have been promoting as a healthier, at least healthier option, comparing its nutrients to Lunchables on its web.
See, this is the problem that a lot of people online have been bitching about. And I agree that yes, these are not healthy options, but you are not giving your fucking kids broccoli and chicken to go to school with just to get made fun of. And as a kid, nutrition as a kid is important, yes. But also, kids don't give a fuck as long as they care about what they eat. Remember, we're talking about kids. Have you met these niggas? I used to be a kid. I was picky as shit. I didn't start liking pizza until like my parents went to this pizza joint and the pizza joint was doing pretty well. It was a Kennedy's actually around my block, but the Kennedy's was doing so well at pizza, then they changed their formula and it got nasty. So as a kid, when you start to get picky about what you eat and what you choose to eat, kids, sometimes you get dehydrated, you got diarrhea, you need some sodium. A lot of shit like this is crazy because yes, they're marketing it as healthier than Lunchables. But is that good and how healthy is it? Lunchables can't use this type of cheese. They can't even say it's cheese byproduct, but we using cheese. Nigga, come on. Let's continue.
Website and also posting videos like this saying,
with Lunchly, you get double the amount of liquid.
Prime has no sugar added, more electrolytes, and more B vitamins.
Crunch Bar. Feastables Crunch Bar.
Yeah!
and while I still believe from
I like a Crunch Bar. And Feastables Crunch Bar is okay. You know, it's pretty nice. I do love and enjoy a regular Crunch Bar. It's classic.
a business sense, this is going to be massively successful unless they somehow fuck it up. Tons of regular people and even massive online creators have been slamming the product as unhealthy or as influencers just selling crap to kids. With one of the most viral posts around this coming from YouTube's own Dan TDM, who responded, "What happened to YouTubers, man? I can't not say anything anymore. This is selling stuff for the sake of making money. Simple. How does this benefit their fans? This is selling crap to kids who don't know better than to trust the people who are selling it to them. Do better." And with all the backlash and attention, we've seen all three creators responding. Right, KSI calling Dan TDM a hypocrite. Logan Paul saying, "I'll tell you what happened to YouTubers. We spent our lives creating content and building our brands. Now we want to build businesses." And adding, "You don't say anything when Lunchables faces bans for allegedly containing lead, but when we create a better version, you're upset? Then don't eat it." Which on that note, he also shared videos of Lunchly meals apparently going through metal detectors to make sure there were no foreign materials. He also responded to other criticisms, right? People claiming that Lunchly only has a high electrolyte count because of the high sodium content, with Logan writing the electrolytes actually come
high salt is a lot. High salt is usually not good for a kid, but all right.
from its potassium. And for his part, MrBeast wrote, "Lunchables sell hundreds of millions of units and countless people eat it," and saying, "Our goal is to give people a better for you alternative to it. Our turkey meal, for example, is 80 less calories, 60% less sugar, more electrolytes. We use real cheese. They use cheese product. They can't call it cheese, higher quality meat, etc." And going on to say, obviously eating fresh chicken and broccoli is healthier, but if someone is going to eat a pre-made meal like this, then I think giving them a higher quality version at roughly the same price is a net good in my opinion, and why we launched Lunchly. But also, with all that, you know, for me, when it comes to this category, I'm just your average consumer, right? And I think that it can be very hard to parse through a Christian label and figure out what the hell all this means. So with so many people talking about this, we figured, let's actually talk to a registered dietitian. And that's what we did. We talked to Samantha Cassidy, right? And here, regarding this electrolyte debate of sodium versus potassium, she said that shouldn't really be the focus.
So I think the issue isn't so much of whether the electrolytes are coming from sodium or potassium, because if you do need electrolyte replacement, you would need to replace both of these.
True.
But an issue for me is that actually kids don't need this.
True.
And also the electrolyte drink contains artificial sweeteners, which is another thing kids don't need.
Right, and that because she said kids who are most likely going to be interested in Lunchly, they don't need to prioritize electrolyte consumption unless they're partaking in prolonged physical activity.
Which would be gym time. If your gym time is after lunch or before lunch, like saying if you had gym, and then my class used to always have gym, and our gym used to always lead to lunch. And after lunch, we go back to class for the rest of the, I don't know how long, school, basically school is like 45, almost, we're in school for about a good couple of hours, you know what I'm saying? From like 7 o'clock all the way to like 1 or 2 o'clock, whenever it's time for you to leave. So let's just be honest, it happens. So I'm not gonna be that guy, but sometimes that's just the shit that happens. As a kid, if your shit is like, imagine you're running around doing stuff and you got to go to the gym and then go to lunch, you got to run back to class, grab your food, sit, eat, you know what I'm saying? Or you already had your lunchbox and someone didn't steal it. But I get what she's saying there. Physical activity before lunch, yeah, you're doing all that. Or you got to go to lunch and then gym. You already ate and now you're running all that shit off. Kids can do that. But I get where she's coming from with this.
And as far as if it's better than Lunchables, she said,
I don't necessarily think one is healthier than the other. I think neither are things that we ought to be giving our kids every day.
Right, and with all that, noting that when you look into the ingredients, you can see preservatives, additives, and artificial sweeteners.
All of these things are red flags indicating that a food is heavily processed. And what we know from like all of this mountains of research that is currently coming out is heavily processed foods are associated with poor health outcomes. One thing that both of these products lack is a fruit or vegetable. And fruits and vegetables are really supposed to be the foundation of our diet. So if a product is marketed to kids as a meal, it should include at least a serving of one of those foods.
Though notably, with all this, she also added that doesn't mean you should never eat something like this. Right? These products are obviously very appealing to kids. They're easy for parents to grab, and there is a reason they exist.
There's a time and place for everything. And, you know, it's okay to eat these things when you're being thoughtful and in the context of serving other foods. I just wouldn't make these products a way of life and be giving them to your kids every day.
That's a factamundo. I do think it's hard to avoid these things for kids. It is. It will be. Duh. As a kid, I used to love Lunchables. It used to be nachos. It used to be pizza. And you used to always have like one or the other. And you have to deal with that shit. And sometimes that's the outcome in general. Sometimes that's the outcome when it comes to these things. I do say when it comes to kids involved, parents will grab these because they're snacks. And if they see a competitor that is $4 cheaper than Lunchables, they're gonna grab it. But Lunchables has been stacking money and stacking higher and higher ever since it was obviously a hood classic. So you're going to go with what doesn't work and what's new, especially if parents run across the aisle of the meat section, because usually Lunchables is right next to, I shit you not, it's right next to prepackaged meat, prepackaged cheese, and then you see Lunchables. That's how it is in like our supermarkets, from Bravo's or C-Town. Lunchables is right in that same aisle with all the prepackaged meats and cheeses, and there it is, Lunchables, right there in front of your face. So near like your prepackaged turkey, honey ham, Lunchables is right underneath that as prepackaged meat. So you're gonna grab you some Lunchables, and then Lunchly is gonna be in the same aisle because it's the same product. Now, are parents supposed to avoid this? I don't think so either. I agree with that. They're gonna get these for their kids because their kids are interested in, or they're now online because Logan Paul and obviously Jake and MrBeast are now doing TikTok and dumbass videos and posting this to kids. Kids are gonna see this no matter what. You can't stop that. You can't stop the evolution of that. So please don't try.
I understand why parents go for these things. It's really, really hard to be a parent and to be sending your kid to school with, lunch and be tasked with having to make that lunch, shop for that lunch when you have all these other obligations, work and, getting dinner on the table and all of it.
But with all that said, my opinion is YouTubers should have the right to poison our children just like any multinational company. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I am interested in this. But for now, I'm more interested in what are your thoughts here? Do you agree with any or all of the criticisms against these three? Or do you think there's really not much there, that people are just complaining? Why not? Let me know.
How's to Philly D? I appreciate him. I'm gonna let y'all know from my thoughts on what I believe and what I think about this. Logan Paul says YouTubers spend their lives creating content and now they want to make businesses. I can agree with that. But at the same time, when it comes to, listen, the only products I think I trust are Raycon's Magic Spoon cereal, HelloFresh, Blue Apron, and one of them was like an ice cream joint that I enjoyed. Shouts to them. Those are the only like prepackaged. Oh, and Snack Crate and Japanese Crate and all those snack crates joints. Those are products that I like and I support. I don't give a fuck about Raid Shadow Legends. I don't care about that. That shit just seems boring. I don't care about mobile games. I'm sorry. But when it comes to stuff like this, like, listen, all right, from being a man born and raised on like stuff like this and come from the hood, you ain't gonna beat Lunchables. You're not even gonna get a fraction of what Lunchables is. The only people that should be eating this, if it's kids, should be an adult. Because if I taste test and try this shit on camera, if this gets like, I don't know, a couple of views, I will probably do that. Just to prove to you that this is the same shit, the same marketed shit. They got this, bro, they got the same shit. Pizza, they got fucking cheese and crackers and nachos. What the fuck is the difference? The same shit. They got cheese and crackers with meat, a juice, a candy bar. Pizza, a juice, a candy bar, and nachos. It's the same shit, just different because they know kids are gonna want to get this product because it's by MrBeast. They see Prime, they see Feastables, and that's all it is. Is this bad? Are they coming for your children? Well, yeah. The only reason I say all this is because they're making product. They're creating this product. And you, the parent in this situation, you're gonna probably buy this shit for your fucking kid because they're gonna annoy the crap out of you until you give them what they want. Yes, you should be teaching your kids how to eat healthy, but they're kids. They don't give a fuck about that. They want to snack, have fun, and all that stuff. Parents shouldn't avoid this, but at the same time, teach your kid how to eat healthy. The older and older they get, they're gonna realize, hey, this was junk and crap that I was putting in my system. Take it from me. I used to be pretty big. At this point, I'm a little, I ain't crazy big, but I'm a little understandable. I ain't huge, you know what I mean? It's fat man for a reason because I know who I am. I'm a fat nigga inside. You know what I'm saying? I'll eat whatever I gotta eat. But you gotta teach your kids, don't be like me. Don't just eat everything you see. Choose wisely. And that's just it. Don't look at Logan Paul, KSI, and MrBeast as the harbingers of like, well, you should be setting an example. They're not gonna make a chicken and broccoli fucking... They're not gonna be doing that. So let's stop the cap. I do think Logan Paul is right about one thing. Yo, we want to make businesses, we want to build, we want to create. We don't want to keep sitting at a camera making videos for the rest of our fucking lives. Kai Cenat just announced that he's trying to go play basketball full time and stop video game streaming. That's what he just said. Now, a lot of people are making fun of him for that because they're like, nigga, you don't belong in the NBA. Agree to disagree. He's not NBA status. But at the same time, there's niggas that have lived their lives to get to that potential. And Kai Cenat is trying to open the door for himself to play in that sports and be in the leagues. I don't think he's that good. I don't know if Kai's got it. Coming from someone who doesn't play a lot of sports, except for like track and field and martial arts, it's different for someone like me. Because everything else I just said was physical for cardio and simple like fighting. So you have to give yourself some time to really experience these things. For food and consumption, if Kai Cenat came out with his own cash app style fucking app or software or something, people will trust it because it's Kai. Or they'll give it some time until shit gets hacked and people start stealing money like they did Chase. I do think for Jimmy, working with these two idiots is going to put him in hot water. Now, people are going to be like, you should be talking about the fucking controversy. Jimmy's going to ignore that shit until he's blue in the face and he can't say nothing about it until all the information comes out, which is kind of what he said. So I think this is it's a negative, but honestly, it's not going to do anything to your kids. It's just going to be a product that's on the shelves. It's going to build. It's going to make a lot of money. And then it's going to be like Prime and Feastables, just stagnant. And that's kind of it. They're the fastest selling products, but that's it. There's no longevity with these products. There's no longevity in how long they're going to be around. Do you see Feastables around 15 years from now? Do you see Prime around 15 years from now? Because their competitors have had a foothold in the business market for decades. You can't beat that. You can't even try to beat that. Logan Paul just got sued for using the Olympics wording in his drink and colors. So, oh my God, they're stupid. So it just, hey man, let me know what you think. Do you think Jimmy and fucking Logan Paul and KSI know what they're doing? And prepare yourself. This is dropping on Monday. I hope you guys enjoy yourselves. Prepare for the content because it's time to just start info dumping. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for coming, not holding back. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell, comment, notify. Remember to never give up, never surrender. Peace. And I'm out. Shit. Lunch leave my ass.
Shit.
Getting on drum.
This is the last one.
You little niggas gonna stop acting like my shit ain't the grill.
This is the last
Some
one.
of you niggas get your front teeth for grills. And I ain't talking about the contract.
Ain't loving these fake hoes. Room smelling like 8 switches. Room service like 2K. NBA, I'm ballin', nigga. All them niggas falling like autumn, nigga. Talking shit, I saw them niggas. Now they daughter want a picture. Rough, ain't it? Fuck famous.
Yeah, man.
Niggas too real, got the most haters. Wrote a story, so Stephen Curry. How it feel to be golden?